Hey everyone, welcome back. This video will cover a full Case 1 recovery in the DCS A-18C Hornet module using a mission with Airboss comms, triggers, and some AI traffic. We will start 30 nautical miles from the ship and enter a standard Marshal holding pattern, exit the hold to an overhead brake, and land on the boat. There are a few communication options not included in this scenario, which I will cover when we get to those points. The focus of this video is on basic carrier communications and procedures that we can look forward to in the upcoming Super Carrier module, and less about my flying techniques and actual trap. But I'm sure everyone is just itching to grade my trap.
One 03 Case 1. Expected BRC 273 degrees. Hold at Angels 2. Expected Charlie time 0903 hours. Altimeter 29.92. Report seeming.
Alright, I am Hornet 103 starting 30 nautical miles northwest of the USS John C. Stennis at 8,000 feet. Using the Airboss option on the comms menu, I selected Request Marshal. Marshal cleared me to hold at Angels 2 and instructed me to report See Me at 10. What that means is when I am 10 nautical miles from the carrier, I should be at the assigned holding altitude and establish visual contact. I have also tuned in the TACAN channel and expected BRC of 273 degrees.
Case 1. Expected BRC 273 degrees. Hold at Angels 3. Expected Charlie time 0906 hours.
Altitude.
Altimeter 9.92. Report seeming. 111 Case 1. Expected BRC 273 degrees. Hold at Angels 4. Expected Charlie time 0909 hours. Altimeter 29.92. Report seeming.
The last two transmissions have indicated that there are two other flights inbound and have been cleared to enter the holding pattern, often referred to as the stack. At 10 nautical miles, I would make the See You at 10 call, but this Airboss script does not have that call in the menu, so we will assume it's done. Also, I have an expected Charlie time of 0903, which I will cover a little later in the video. As we approach the carrier, we need to pay particular attention on how to enter the holding pattern and the rules that apply when flying in the holding pattern. What is the pattern? The overhead holding pattern is a left-hand pattern with point 1 located directly overhead the carrier. Points 2, 3, and 4 sequentially follow in 90-degree increments. All aircraft must remain within 5 nautical miles, stacked in 1,000-foot increments, and fly no lower than 2,000 feet AGL. While holding, the flight will remain at max conservative fuel flow unless briefed otherwise. When instructed, climbs are performed between points 1 and 3, while descents are performed between points 3 and 1. From my position, I will enter at point 3 and continue in a left-hand turn while maintaining Angels 2 and 250 knots. Once you're established at the assigned altitude and airspeed, I recommend using the automatic throttle control to maintain airspeed and autopilot to maintain altitude. This will reduce your workload and increase situational awareness.
Nine carrier is starting turn to heading 273 degrees. Nine started.
Bose 1, pushing from waypoint 3 at 4,000. Bose 1, on station at Bose 245 for 60 at 4,000.
With the carrier established on a BRC of 273, Case 1 recovery operations are now in effect. My expected Charlie time is 0903, about 3 minutes from now. Meanwhile, we can stay ahead of the curve and prep the cockpit as needed by configuring the DDIs and completing pertinent checklists. We would normally exit the holding pattern upon the radio call Signal Charlie, but this mission script does not contain that language. Instead, Marshal will state you are cleared for Case 1 recovery.
You're cleared for Case 1 recovery.
I will select Request Commence and will be giving Proceed to Initial. At this time, we would exit at point 3 and beam the stern of the carrier on a heading of 210 degrees relative to the BRC.
Uzi 1, pushing from waypoint 2 at 4,000.
73 degrees. Hold at Angels 4.
Uzi 1, on station at Bulls 244 for 60 at 4,000.
9.92. Report seating.
At point 3, I will depart on a heading of 123, then begin a left-hand arc, descend, and increase my airspeed. The goal is to be at the initial point, 3 nautical miles astern of the ship, at 800 feet and 350 knots. Once at the initial point, we should be paralleling the BRC 273 and just outboard of the starboard side of the ship. There is a lot going on at this phase as well as busy radio chatter. Oh yeah, don't forget to lower the tailhook.
Uzi 1, pushing from waypoint 2 at 3,000.
73 degrees. Hold at Angels 4.
Uzi 1, on station at Bulls 250 for 60 at 3,000.
9.92. Report seating. 211. You're cleared for Case 1 recovery.
Uzi 1, pushing from waypoint 2 at 2,000.
BRC 273 degrees. Hold at Angels 4. Expected Charlie time 0915 hours. Altimeter 29.92. Report seating. 111. You're cleared for Case 1 recovery. 103.
Now the fun part begins, the overhead brake and landing. We are expected to brake no more than 4 nautical miles ahead of the ship. If that cannot be established, then we maintain 800 feet until 5 nautical miles from the carrier, climb the 1200 feet, and execute a left-hand descending arc back to the initial point. Tower must be notified of your intentions. On a side note, this mission script does include a spinning call, which informs the tower that we are unable to enter the landing pattern due to a full pattern of more than 6 aircraft. As we brake, we send a kiss-off radio call, but this script does not include that call. From here, it's business as usual. Brake in a level turn, slow to configure the aircraft, and reach a beam the stern of the ship at 600 feet, on angle of attack about 1.25 miles away.
Paddle contact.
Once I see the round down of the ship, I establish a shallow descent rate of 200 feet per minute and a left-hand turn using 30 degrees of bank.
Uzi 1, passing waypoint 2 at 4,000.
At the 90-degree mark, I want to be at about 450 feet, still turning and adjusting the descent rate to be at 370 feet wings level on final.
You're high. Right for lineup. Call the ball. Roger ball. Call the ball.
211 Tomcat, ball 13.2.
112, Roger ball. 1. Expected BRC.
Alright, I received an OK 2-wire with 4 points. Deviations were minimal and the LSO was relatively quiet. No news is good news. The groove time was a bit longer than needed though. Right at the end I settled just a tad, causing a dip below the ball. And yes, there was a Tomcat right behind me, but likely a mission scripting and/or ATC snafu. That aircraft did go missed. Anyhow, good fun, and I'm always learning something along the way. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the video and are preparing themselves for the Super Carrier module. Stay tuned for a few external shots of my landing. Talk to you guys later. See ya.